Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on responsive applications in Power Apps. In this video, we are going to majorly focus on how we can use the Power Apps modern gallery control and use our creativity to showcase some of the things using that gallery control. So in this video, I have taken 5 different use cases in order to work with different applications and how you can use that gallery. So let's take a look at them one by one. So here is the first case to showcase the employee directory. For this, I have used the gallery control. For each gallery, as you can see, we have the cards like this. Every card will have the employee image, name of that employee, and their designation. There are a few icons that I have used. These are not the icons from the Power Apps, but this is some from the flat icon website. So the one thing I would like to explain you, like while working in a Power App, you don't have to use all the controls from Power App itself. You can use the icons from any other website, but make sure those icons are freely available to use for everyone and those are not licensed, right? So the best part is here is you get a consistent icon from a website. Don't just select the icons from any random website. Like currently I have taken 3 icons, so as you can see the style and all the things are completely same. So keep it like that way. If you find some icon in one website, if you find some another icon in another website, you will lose a consistency factor there, right? So while showing the employee directory, this is the very clean and minimalistic way you can see it here, right? Now the goal of this video is not to show you the actual code, basically just to visualize how you can use the designs elements for this. As you can see, whenever I select any employee on the right hand side, we have the detail of that. Let's say if I select this one, let's say this one Madison Laws, and on the right hand side, I can see the complete detail, like the name of that designation. These are the icons. Obviously, you can make it clickable. If I click on chat option, it will direct me to Teams. If I click on mail, it will open up the Outlook, right? So this kind of thing you can do. Quick introduction about this person, email of that, phone number and fax number. All the information you see here are dummy information, no real person. All the images I have generated using GPT only, right? So this is the first use case how you can show the employee directory. Now obviously you will question, like for the employee we need search and filter. Yes, obviously you do require that, but currently my focus is on showing the gallery control only, how you can use it. Second is product showcase basically. Now you saw in lot of e-commerce website how the product is showcased. So 50% the product images, all the relevant images, and 50% is the detail page. How you can achieve in a Power Apps. So everything is doing in Power Apps only, no premium connector, nothing. Everything is out of the box. As you can see on the left hand side, we have the product. So I have taken these images from the Apple website basically, and all the headphones images are here. As you can see, whenever I select any image, so basically it's a horizontal gallery at the end. If I select any image, the preview of that image will appear on the top. Now I'm not sure if you notice or not, you see whenever I select any image, only that image is getting highlighted properly. All other images are a little bit of less transparency, I can say, right? So this is also handled using the transparency. We have the property called transparency to set the images. So I have used that one. So you see the bottom section is only the gallery. This one I have taken image control. So basically whatever the image I select in that gallery, only that image I am showing this in a preview, right? So this is how you can use a product showcase kind of thing using Power Apps Gallery. And on the right hand side, this is a simple container. I have just put all the information from that website. We'll have the name of that product, pricing, call to action button, overview, and other details about this. So this was the second use case about how you can use the product showcase gallery. Third one is really interesting. Now, just ignore the names here. I'm a big fan of Transformers, that's why I've used these names. But the concept here is basically how you can use a flexible gallery. We have the option for flexible gallery. Now, if you don't know what this means, I'll just give you a complete brief. In gallery, if you take a look at the first use case, our employee directory, you see all the card have the same height, But in the flexible gallery you can have a dynamic height to set for each card, right? So that concept I use. So basically let's assume you are building a application for the agriculture equipment rental, right? So for this you will have all the images of that equipment, all the detail of that equipment. Now you have two options to show in a simple row. When you click on it, opens a pop-up, open a panel, and then show that information. That is completely fine. But what if you'd like to just reduce the number of clicks and show all the information there, just like a accordion kind of thing, right? As you can see, whenever I select any equipment, its image is getting bigger, id is there, name of that equipment, detail, and these are just the dummy information here. Call to action button is always there, rent now, schedule maintenance, right? So if I click on another option, it will open up in that space only. It will not open in any pop-up. It will not open any panel, right? So as I scroll down, I have just added a little bit of overlay, green overlay, as you can see. So I can differentiate. If I am on this screen, I can completely keep my focus on this card only. Others card are getting blurred out, or let's say they have some kind of overlay setting, right? So if I scroll down, also you can see whenever I'm hovering over it, the cards are getting a little popped out. So this is also out of the box control only. In the gallery we have the property called transition. In that we have pop and push. So pop, that means whenever you hover on any item, it will just get pop up, and if you select push, it will just push to back, right? So this is just a simple control. Let's say if I click on view detail, it will open up here in the big and image is getting bigger and all the information is displayed. So this is how you can use the flexible gallery. The fourth option is showing the event catalog. So assume you have the event management, you are building on event management application where you are displaying all the events, images and everything, right? So how you can show it in effective way? Because showing all the data in a table and a row format is not good for this kind of application, because for the event we have the images, we have the location, so we need that kind of graphical representation for the users, correct? So this is the best way to showcase any event management application where, or any application where you are having the images, right? So let's assume, like, if I built a event management application, I have all the images, but if I, instead of having in a card structure, I managed it in a row format, so it will not that much intuitive for the users, right? But here I can see the images, I have these icons, I can see the event language, right? So looks minimal and good, right? And this is a completely responsive. The first thing, I'll just show you the how UI is maintained. This is a blank vertical gallery. I have used a container for it. In the container I have the images, name of that event, these are the icons I use from the flat icon website, and a little bit of Figma I used here, that I'll also show you in a quick how you can do it. And there is one button, the distance, right? Only this thing I have. Later on, if you want to add a pop-up to display all the detail, completely doable. Now the one thing here I just wanted to showcase this thing, like, if you want to build a responsive application, make sure your application works in all kind of devices, like from starting from phone to 4K 8K devices, correct? To visualize this, how you can do this, currently I'm on 2K monitor, that's why I'm showing the four cards in a row. But let's say if I increase my device resolution, let's say, like, I just added a zoom, so you see how the cards are automatically reduced from 4 in a row to 3 in a row, right? So this kind of thing is also doable in the responsive way. I'll just reset it back. And also how you can manage the cards, you see I have just taken a slider control, so whatever the slider I have taken, only these number of card will be visible, right? So like this way. And if I increase it to 5, 5 cards a row, and 5 is the best thing. If you go to 6, 7, then that will be very much information for user to focus on. So keep it maximum to 5 only. And all the icons are from flat icons. So in the Figma, what I did, I'll just show you. And the main goal is how you can use your creativity, right? So in the flat icon website, I personally select these regular icons, and you see how all these icons are consistent, right? If you are building an application, the consistency is the most important factor you have to focus on, correct? So now let's say if you like any of the icons, So let's say this search icon I liked, and always use the SVG icons, because if you reduce its size or big it, it's not getting pixelated. In some cases PNG get pixelated. So in the SVG icon you have that kind of flexibility to change this icons color. So I downloaded this icons. Once you click on it, the icon will get downloaded. Go to your Figma and then open that icon. So this icon is not visible because currently it's in black, right? So if I want to change its color, I can change it like this, right? You can change any of the color. And what you can do, once you are done, just export that icon in the SVG, right? So you have the icon, consistent icon, but it is up to you how you have to make it properly. Now these are the locations I can download it, but in what I wanted to do is not to show these icon. I would like to have the rounded circle over each and every icon. So I have added the circle around these icons and exported that icon and use it here for the event date and the location, right? So this is how you can use these kind of things. And the last one is connected gallery. Basically the case is simple. For the events, we have the events and the registrations, right? How many people have registered. So you see on the left hand side I have displaying all the events. These are just a small card having the event image, event title and the view button. When I click on view, there is another gallery from where I am getting the data from the event attendees list, and on the left hand side you see all the events. That is the data from the event list. So there are two different lists. Now I don't I don't need to tell you like how you can do this, because that's not a code focused tutorial, this one, right? But I'll just give you a theoretical explanation. Whenever I'm selecting any event, I have the event ID associated with each event. On the another list, whenever person register for that event, it will get registered through that event ID. So once I click on this view button, it will check in another list for that event ID and gather all the attendees who have registered for this event matching with that ID column, right? So if I click on view, I can see the details. If I click on this one, I see the details, right? So this is how you can display the attendees. So we have just a person image and the name of that person, simple. And if you scroll down, you see all the events are getting displayed here. So I don't have that much information, right? But it looks minimal and looks modern, right? So because in newer version in Power Apps, like they have added a shadows to the container. So don't try to use a bold and extra bold shadows. Keep it light and smooth. Also, instead of the plain background, use a gradient background like this, right? So these are the background that I have just created using Figma only, just gradient color. So gradient, that doesn't mean you have to use like multiple like rainbow colors and everything, right? Don't. Keep it simple, keep it minimal. If you visit the Microsoft website or any website you visit from the Microsoft, so they have this kind of gradient thing. Instead of plain white color, use these kind of things, so it looks good basically, right? Also for the cards, you see I have added shadows. They have the rounded corners. For the image also we have rounded corners, so to match that consistency factor. And the event, I'm just showing the event name and the view button, right? So I'm not showing all the information like detail of that event, time, place and location, because this screen is supposed to see the attendees of that event, not the event detail. For the event detail you can have this kind of screen, right? Once you click on register, you will get registered, right? So these are some ideas that I had, and I wanted to show you with you guys how you can use the gallery control in different ways. So don't limit yourself to these kind of things only, but try to search online, try to get some inspiration. We have the websites like Behance and Dribble, from where you get the design inspiration. And you don't have to replicate 100% of it, but yes, obviously in Power Apps we have that kind of limitation. But if you use the controls effectively, you will get a hell lot better design than the classic one, right? So if you'd like to see any of the specific of this gallery design in detail, just let me know in comments, so I can make a dedicated video for this. And I I'm planning like for every gallery I will be creating a different video, but that's not on priority. I have some other applications in my bucket list. So if you want like any of the design you would like to see in a detail from scratch how you build this, then I'm happy to help and create a video about it. Now the only simple thing, whatever the information you see here, I have used the SharePoint list only. No Power Apps added in the collections and anything. Everything is connected to the SharePoint list, like events. We have the columns like images, title, dates, and all, right? Okay. So if you have any doubts, any question about the video, and at any point you think like how you achieve this kind of thing, if it can be explained in a comment, I will surely explain it. But if you would like to have a complete tutorial of it, just let me know. Okay? Thank you.